Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this time, I want to presentation about disaster management. What is disaster management? Disaster management is the process of preparing for responding to and recovering from disaster. The goal of disaster management is to reduce the negative effect of disaster on people, property, and environment. Disaster management object, there is three plain. Disaster management cannot prevent disaster, but it can prevent the from become worse. The first, reducing disaster risk. The second, improving preparedness and response. And the third, protecting life and property. Disaster management cycle, there is five main paths. The first, prevention, effort to avoid disaster. And then the second, mitigation, reduce the impact of disaster. The third, preparedness, disaster preparedness. And fourth, emergency response, respond when a disaster occurred. And the last, recovery, the past disaster recovery process. The first one, disaster prevention. Disaster prevention is the process of taking action to reduce the risk of natural disaster become emergency. The goal is to perman- permanently reduce the effect of disaster. There is three, sustainable management of natural resource. The second, community counseling and education. The third, disaster resilience, urban and regional planning. And then the next, disaster mitigation. Disaster mitigation is continuous effort to reduce the impact of disaster on people and property. Involve taking proactive measure before disaster occurred to minimize the rise of loss and life and economic damage. And then the next is disaster mitigation. Disaster mitigation in Indonesia, to reduce the risk of natural disaster in Indonesia, has made various efforts, include we adopt the 20-20-20 principle for tsunami risk reduction. The principle means that if the ground shaking due to an earthquake lasts more than 20 seconds, nearby coastal communicated have about 20 minutes to evacuate to a height of 20 meters. Indonesia is vulnerable to natural disaster because it is an archipelagic country location on the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Pacific Ring of Fire is an area in the Pacific Ocean that has many active volcanoes. So earthquake and volcanic eruption often occur. And the next is disaster preparedness. Disaster preparedness is a set of action taken to reduce the loss of life and livelihood in the event of a disaster. It can be undertaken by individual, community, organization, or government. And there is three way. The one, emergency plan preparation. And the second, evacuation simulation and training. And the last, provision of emergency equipment like medicine, food, and clean water. The next, disaster early warning. This is a early warning system or tool that help identify and communicate potential hazard to reduce the impact of disaster. There is 3 point. The one, early warning information issued by relevant institute like BMKG, PPPD, and other. The second, alert distribution through media sirens, SMS, and other information system. And the last, countermeasure, evacuation or other preparation. Next, disaster early warning in Indonesia, tsunami hazard warning system in Bali. Example, a system that uses sirene to warn of tsunami. When a tsunami is detected, the sirene while continuously for the 3 minutes, giving people time to move inland. Other effort to improve Indonesia disaster early warning system include strengthening the tsunami early warning system with more seismograph sensor and developing the tsunami modeling database to simulate tsunami scenario. And my conclusion, first, disaster management is a process that involves prevention, mitigation, preparedness, responses, and recovery. The importance of careful planning and cooperation between all parties. Real action develop policies that support disaster risk reduction at the national and local level. And then that's right. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.